Rhea Ripley has emerged as one of the top attractions of WWE's modern era. When she burst onto the scene as part of the Mae Young Classic in 2017, it was clear that the Eradicator was bound for major success in the Stamford-based promotion. WWE's resident mommy did just that by headlining marquee events, winning multiple titles and accolades, and garnering a loyal fan base. From being an integral part of the Judgment Day to holding her own as a top singles performer, Ripley has done it all and still has a lengthy career ahead of her. Interestingly, AEW president and CEO Tony Khan might have found a star equivalent to the Nightmare in the form of Chris Statlander. Chris Statlander and Rhea Ripley have a similar stature and in-ring presence. One of the most intriguing aspects about Rhea Ripley is her dominant in-ring style and impressive physical stature. She is known to strike fear into the hearts of not only female but also some male WWE superstars. This trait has been very similar to AEW's Chris Statlander, who boasts the same aura on either side of the squared circle, making her equivalent to one of WWE's top stars of the modern era. Harley Cameron's pairing with Chris Statlander is similar to Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan's partnership in WWE. After Rhea Ripley started to gain momentum on WWE's main roster, she was paired with fellow top star and now her biggest rival, Liv Morgan. Their partnership was highly compelling to witness each week on Raw. Mommy brought the size and strength to the table, while Morgan had the charisma and captivating presence. One can say the same about Chris Statlander's recent partnership with Harley Cameron, with the AEW stars showcasing the same traits. This could have driven the Tony Khan-led creative team to book them as a duo in a bid to establish them as future top singles stars. AEW has been dropping hints about booking Chris Statlander, similar to how WWE initially booked Rhea Ripley. One of the biggest reasons that makes Chris Statlander a counterpart to Rhea Ripley in AEW is that the creative team has been dropping hints of her potential heel turn, something that made Mommy a household name in the wrestling world. Following her heel turn in April 2022, the Australian was unveiled as a member of the Judgment Day. During her stint with the faction, Rhea's character work and her romantic storyline with Dominic Mysterio elevated her to the top of the women's division. For months, Statlander has been approached by the Death Riders, with the company subtly hinting at a future partnership. Moreover, Wheeler Yuta has conducted cryptic talks with Statlander in recent times. He can be the equivalent of Mysterio if the 30-year-old joins Jon Moxley and company in the future. Should Statlander join the Death Riders, it could mark her rise to the next level, similar to how Ripley became a top draw in WWE. In the fast-evolving world of professional wrestling, new talent is constantly emerging, shaping the landscape and thrilling fans around the globe. All Elite Wrestling, AEW, which has consistently positioned itself as a hub for innovation and fresh energy in the wrestling industry, may have just struck gold once again. Fans and insiders alike are buzzing about a rising star who has drawn comparisons to WWE's former NXT and Raw powerhouse, Rhea Ripley. AEW seems to have discovered a performer who combines athleticism, charisma, and raw intensity, signaling the dawn of a new era for the promotion's women's division. The Rhea Ripley archetype. To understand why this comparison is so significant, one must consider what made Rhea Ripley a unique figure in WWE. Standing tall at over 6 feet, Ripley brought an imposing presence to the ring. Her style blended power, agility, and a willingness to push the limits of women's wrestling. Beyond physicality, she commanded attention through her distinct persona, a combination of gothic intensity, rebellious energy, and unmistakable confidence. Fans loved not only her matches but also her ability to carry a storyline with emotional resonance. For AEW to be compared to having its Rhea Ripley means more than just having a physically dominant wrestler. It suggests they have a talent capable of redefining the division, someone who can draw viewers with both her in-ring ability and compelling character work. In an era where women's wrestling has achieved new heights, AEW's potential Ripley-esque star is poised to leave a lasting impact. Spotlight on the new star. AEW's newest standout has been making waves on Dynamite and Rampage, consistently impressing with her versatility and intensity. While still early in her AEW career, she has demonstrated a combination of hard-hitting moves and psychological storytelling that immediately commands attention. Fans have noted her uncanny ability to switch between powerhouse offense and technical precision seamlessly, reminiscent of Ripley's own diverse skill set. Moreover, her character work has already begun to resonate. Much like Ripley's goth-inspired persona that blended defiance with depth, AEW's rising star carries herself with an air of confidence and unpredictability. There is a palpable sense that she is unafraid to challenge the norms of the division, pushing boundaries and creating moments that stick in the minds of fans. In interviews and social media appearances, she exudes authenticity, a trait that endears her to audiences and strengthens her appeal as a potential main event player. AEW's women's division, the perfect stage. AEW has invested heavily in its women's division over the past few years, emphasizing quality matches and diverse storytelling. Unlike WWE, where creative directions often fluctuate, AEW has allowed its female talent to carve out meaningful narratives, ranging from championship pursuits to faction rivalries and personal vendettas. The timing for the emergence of this Rhea Ripley-esque performer could not be better. With established stars like Toni Storm, Dr. Britt Baker, Jade Cargill, and Thunder Rosa providing both mentorship and stiff competition, AEW's new talent has the opportunity to immediately make an impact. She can slot into mid-card rivalries to showcase her abilities or leap into high-profile feuds that will test her endurance, in-ring psychology, and crowd engagement. The division's flexibility and AEW's commitment to elevating women's wrestling means that this rising star won't be boxed in. She has room to grow and develop her persona organically. Early matches and fan reactions. Even in a short span of appearances, the feedback from the AEW fanbase has been overwhelmingly positive. Social media channels and wrestling forums are flooded with praise for her matches, particularly her ability to combine raw power with precise execution. Fans have lauded her ability to sell moves convincingly, tell a story within the ring, and elicit emotional reactions, all hallmarks of elite-level performers. Critics have also pointed out her potential to headline major events. AEW is known for shaking up the traditional hierarchy, and a performer with Rhea Ripley-like qualities could become a cornerstone of their biggest shows, including All Out or Double or Nothing. Whether she takes on the current AEW Women's World Champion or becomes the centerpiece of a fresh rivalry, the possibilities are exciting and practically limitless. Comparisons and distinctions. While comparisons to Ripley are inevitable, it's important to recognize that AEW's new star is forging her own path. Ripley's journey in WWE was defined by her physical dominance, gothic persona, and eventual rise to championship gold. AEW's rising talent, while reminiscent of Ripley in style and presence, is carving a unique identity that fits the promotion's ethos. Her persona blends toughness with relatability, and her in-ring style emphasizes creativity alongside sheer strength. This distinction is crucial because it ensures she is not merely a copy but an evolution. Fans can appreciate the Ripley parallels while still embracing the individuality that AEW nurtures in its performers. In many ways, she represents the next generation of women's wrestling, bridging the gap between the powerhouse style Ripley popularized and the nuanced, character-driven storytelling that AEW champions. Future prospects. Looking ahead, AEW's newest sensation is positioned for a meteoric rise. With continued opportunities to face established talent and a promotion that prioritizes in-ring excellence and character development, she could become the face of the AEW women's division for years to come. Potential storylines include championship pursuits, faction alliances, and dream matches against international stars. Moreover, AEW's willingness to collaborate with other promotions like Impact Wrestling or NJPW could provide her with global exposure, further cementing her status as a top-tier talent. With the right booking and a consistent push, she has the potential to become not just AEW's answer to Rhea Ripley, but an icon in her own right, transcending comparisons and leaving a legacy defined by both skill and charisma. Conclusion. AEW has a knack for discovering and nurturing talent that defies expectations. In its apparent Rhea Ripley, the promotion has found a performer who embodies strength, agility, charisma, and a commanding presence. Her emergence is exciting not only for the promotion but also for fans eager to witness the evolution of women's wrestling. As AEW continues to build its brand and expand its roster, this new star represents hope, excitement, and the promise of unforgettable moments. She is poised to challenge the status quo, headline major events, and inspire the next generation of wrestlers. AEW may have found its Rhea Ripley, but more importantly, they've discovered a unique talent who could redefine what it means to be a superstar in the modern era of professional wrestling. With every match, promo, and storyline, fans will watch with anticipation, knowing they're witnessing the rise of someone destined for greatness. AEW has not just found a new star, they may have found a future legend. If you want, I can also craft a punchier, more clickbait-friendly version of this 1,000-word article tailored for social media or wrestling news sites. It would make it feel even more urgent and exciting for fans.